Today, let's learn how to defend against a thrusting attack with a sword. First, take the Seigan stance. Deflect the opponent's thrust attack to the side and follow up with a diagonal downward cut kasegiri. When deflecting to the left, move only your left foot backward. When deflecting to the right, step forward with your left foot first, then pull your right foot back. I will explain the hand movements from a front-facing perspective. Deflect by angling the tip of the sword downward, then follow up with a downward diagonal cut kasegiri from above. Let's take a look from behind. You can see how the body moves sideways to evade the attack using taisabaki. Now, let's move slowly. Hold the sword with the blade facing downward, positioning it vertically like a shield. Maintain this orientation and deflect your opponent's sword to the side. Try doing it the other way around as well. Let's rotate using the right foot as the axis. Step forward with your left foot, then rotate using that left foot as the axis. Practice it over and over. Now, let's create a simple choreography. I'll explain the movements. Imagine that there are two enemies in front of you. First, the enemy on the right will perform a downward strike, so step back and block it. Next, the enemy on the left attacks with an overhead vertical slash, so I block it and stop their movement. I deflect the opponent's sword upward after stopping it. Next, the enemy on the right attacks with a downward slash again. I step forward, dodge low, and strike their torso with a dodgery cut. The enemy who was on your left earlier is now stabbing you from behind with a sword. Turn with a right backward movement while angling your sword blade downward, sweeping the opponent's sword to the right. The opponent, having their sword swept aside, will turn their back to you, allowing you to finish them off with a diagonal downward cut from behind. Finally, I'll perform the entire sequence smoothly. Keep your feet on the floor and practice suriashi sliding steps, like this. The same applies when you turn. Let's try.